Welcome back, my Sneebsters. It is Maud Sneeb of House of Sneebities here, and we are top 10 in the world, baby. We made it, and this is how we did it. Coming into this first game out of 3 here in a mini-series, we get the first pick, which I think is just a clear 8-5-10. You know, the OWS is hard to beat. And I was thinking for a decent chunk here in second about taking this 6-3-4 just because I love the wood on this board where there's tons of brick. But I think, you can't go wrong. And, ore and wheat, always good. Just take the ore wheat, keep it simple shrimple. And I think that influences third to take this. Third should just be able to... I think, honestly, as third, though, you could have taken this 6-4-3 because you just know that you're probably getting... on the 6, at least, you're probably getting some wheat. So, I don't know. I might have done something different there as third. And, fourth thinks for a while here. And I'm thinking at the very worst here, right, taking this 9-5-10, my out is like this 2-9-4 to this 6-2. Maybe something weird happens. And if I can get a side-by-side here, I'm thinking that's pretty good. So I'm like really pleased when blue takes this because it opens up the board and it kind of ensures that we get a good 3 hex, which we do. Red takes coordinated 6s. I think this makes a lot of sense. This is probably what I would have done with red too in this position. And we just get a monster here, guys. And, you might think this is sort of awkward because... the 9s are discoordinated and we sort of only have like 4 numbers, right? This 9, 10, 6, and 5. But once we get on this brick port and this 3-1, our rolls just are going to become absolutely massive. And I was thinking at the start of the game that this is a really good setup. Orange takes this, which I think makes sense. It's the only place for them to really go, and we get started with the game. A 3 rolls, giving blue wood, and one thing to note on this board is that besides, no one's on the 6 but red, so red's really going to dominate roads, and blue's hand is going to be like stuck a lot of the time waiting on this 3. And when they roll the 3, they're going to get a ton of wood. So on our turn, we roll a 7. Yeah, and so I try to extort here. I'm looking for the wood, trying to get my road down. I don't produce wood. We get the deal off. We block orange, who I think has a pretty good setup. And, yeah, I kind of, not going to lie here, I sort of panicked. But we get our road down. And where would you guys go first here? So I'm thinking, well, I want to play devs with this setup. There's no way that I can fight road. So I want to play devs. And if I can get to this brick port, then basically all of my cards go into devs, right? Like I have just ore, wheat, and sheep, and the bricks, which I can turn into any of those that I need to buy devs or to city. And so I think like my first priority here is to go to this brick port. This doubling up this 10 is also good, but like on this board, like this 10 is going to be a big block, so I didn't love investing in it too much. So we build our road to the brick port, and we pass. Red rolls a 7 right back, and they block the 10, and they steal from orange. So orange gets double robbed to start this game. Blue rolls a 7. I say I can trade sheep if you need, just trying to not get robbed here. They ask for the brick, I say 0. I say got wood and sheep. And then orange says yes, but we get robbed anyway. Blue drops their road. Orange rolls a 4 on their turn, giving blue and red sheep. On our turn, we roll a 6, and there's not really much to do here, so I just pass. Red rolls a 7. And hits the 10 here and robs us, and that really hurts. Maybe we should have just dropped the road on the 10 just to use our cards, Red is trying to get brick here, and I just think, like, I make a lot of brick. This wood trade is good for me, so I might as well just take it. And I give red the road settle. Just juice them up, you know. I don't want to get robbed. I need the wood, and it's kind of hard to get the wood because I'm relying on this 3 rolling and then to be able to trade with blue, basically. Another 4 rolls, giving red and blue sheep. We roll a nice 9, and now we've got our wood protected, so I wipe my sweaty brow, and orange passes their turn. We roll another 9. I think about dropping the road here, but I just decide to pass, and orange rolls a 5, and when this 5 rolls, you know, like everyone gets ore on the board. We roll a huge 9, and there's no question here, guys, that this 9 is a better roll for us than anyone else on the board. Blue is trying to give sheep for brick, and I offer 1 brick for 2 sheep, thinking that I can 4-for-1 my sheep to road settle, but they don't bite. Orange rolls an 8, it's the first 8 of the game, and it gives blue the brick they need and orange the wheat they need. And orange just passes their turn. We roll a 6, doesn't really help us, but it really helps red. And I'm trying to trade the sheep for brick. I'm trying to trade 2 bricks for 2 sheep so that I can, you know, 4-to-1 either the brick or the sheep to drop the settle. I offer 3 brick for 2 sheep here so that I can try to do that. No one bites, and orange offers this trade or sheep for a brick, which technically does give us the settle, but I just feel like that's like so much to give. So I offer ore and brick for 2 sheep, and then red offers back 2 sheep for 2 ore, which I don't have. And in the end here, we don't get any trades across, and I'm running out of time at the last second, and I just kind of panic drop this road here and pass my turn, because I honestly think sometimes people are like trying to make you 7 out. And yeah, and on red's turn they roll a 7, and it's a massive 7 on blue, and they lose a ton of cards here. And red moves the robber, hits the 9, and steals from orange again. They drop a road, and they drop another road, and they're going Woodport. So I'm really glad that I just dropped my roads to my safe settles. As the OWS player, you never really want to be competing for settles with anyone because you don't make wood and brick. I mean, in this case, I make brick, but the wood's really hard to come by, right? As I said. Blue rolls a 7. And they hit the 6, and they rob red, and blue drops their settlement. Orange rolls a 4, giving everyone sheep, and they're trying to trade brick for sheep. I offer my sheep for 2 bricks, again, just trying to like 4-to-1, and we get the trade across, and this is pretty good now. You know, like maybe I can trade like my ore or my sheep for, you know, a wood or a wheat, and orange buys a dev. So, you know, in this instance, it's kind of weird, right? And orange says, like, you know, I'm taking this risk, but there's only a 16% chance that 7's actually going to roll. So, you know, 85% of the time, like, this pays off for me. And now at least I can buy a dev, or maybe I can get a trade. So I'm looking for the wheat or the wood here. I say the drama. We're having a good time. Nobody really wants any of these trades. I even offer this 2 ore for 3 sheep, which is kind of a crazy trade. But I just port down, and now I've got everything I need for the settle. I just need to roll a 10, which hasn't rolled yet, by the way. Brutal. Red rolls a 6, which is blocked. Kind of sucks for us. Blue rolls a 7, and the bot's deciding where to put it. And blue reconnects, but the bot had already placed it for them and hit the 11. And blue steals from red. Another 5 on orange's turn. On our turn, we roll an 8. Doesn't really help us. Kind of an awkward hand here. I offer the ore and the sheep for the wheat, and we get it across with orange, which is a huge trade for us. And here, what would you guys take here? Do you take the brick port, or do you take the 3-1? And with this hand, I'm thinking, well, what's my next objective? Like, I kind of want a city, right? Settle the 10, then on the next 10 roll, I get 2 wheat, which helps me city a lot faster. So that was my rationale here for taking the settle on the 3-1 on the 10. Red rolls a 4 on their turn. More sheep hits the board. Blue rolls a 5, giving us the 3 ore we need to city. And they offer an ore for wheat, but I don't think anyone has, so they just drop their road. Orange uses a knight, and they block our 10. But they actually don't rob us. They're robbing blue here. So, you know, we've been flying under the radar like this whole game with this setup, guys. And that 10 block really sucks, though. It prevents us from getting our city. 6 rolls. On our turn, we roll an 8. Doesn't really help us much. 2 rolls. Big 2 for red. They port 3 wood and 3 sheep, and they manage to build a city here. And it's a huge city for them. And at this point, I'm really scared of red. I'm like, man, it's going to be hard to stop them for road, and my 10 is blocked. Blue rolls big 10, and man, it's so brutal to get that 10 block there. And blue just drops their road. They're going to the 8. Lovely 9. Okay, you know. They want to give ore sheep for a wood. Orange, that is. And I offer just like the sheep for the wheat straight up. But we don't get it across, and they buy a dev. On our turn, we roll another huge 9, and at this point, you know, taking the 3-1 over the brick port really paid off, because now we can port our sheep, and we managed to get our city down. I thought about taking the other city here, but I think even though the 10 is blocked, you really just need to play into your ore and your wheat in this position. We have a ton of sheep already. We don't need more sheep. So it's clearly this city if you want to play devs. And we pass. On red's turn, another 9 rolls, giving us more portable cards, and it's feeling good. Setup's already cooking. Blue rolls a 7, and orange has to discard a ton of cards, and blue blocks the 6. And they steal one of our bricks, which sucks. Another 6 gets blocked on orange's turn on their roll. Our roll, we roll a 6, and it's blocked again. So brutal. Another 6 block, so we just lost 3 bricks. A 10 rolls on blue's turn, and they're offering ore for brick, and we just take that trade. You know, that's an easy trade for us. It's giving us a dev. Another 5 rolls, we can city. They drop 1 more road, and they get road here too, which puts them on 6. And you know, I don't really think that blue is that scary here. Like, yeah, they are on 6, but red is just an insane favorite for road. Even though, you know, blue has the wood now. It's just they don't have any space where they've built. So unless they manage to cut red here, red is definitely going to win road in the long term. Orange uses a knight and unblocks us, even though they're not blocked. But they do rob us on the 10, which hurts. They roll a 12, which doesn't benefit anyone, and orange buys a knight. And at this point, I'm thinking, well, oh man, it's going to be really tough to win army here. Don't really know what I'm going to do. But, you know, if we can get another city, we can just pop and see where the devs take us. Maybe we can build to 10. And orange really doesn't have that much production, especially if I'm getting knights and blocking the 8. So I'm feeling okay about this position. An 11 rolls, giving red a bunch of wheat, which is really bad, and we just pop a dev here, giving us a knight. Red rolls an 8, giving everyone wheat and brick. And red is offering wood for sheep, and I'm trying to get 2 cards here. And they offered 2 wood for a sheep, and I'm like, that's a good deal. I don't make wood. And yeah, it gives red the settle, but it's a good trade for us, and we're just building here, and we're making points quickly. Another 9 on blue's turn, and it gives us the perfect settle now. And now this 2 wood trade is looking really good. Blue buys a dev here. On orange's turn, they roll an 8. And they're trying to trade here, but no one bites, and they buy another dev. We use our knight just because, you know, this 10 is a massive roll for us, so it's worth unblocking. And we're just, you know, I thought about robbing, like, red here on the 5, but I just, like, kind of wanted to block the wheat because I was still sort of thinking that I might go for army here. I say non-steal for non-steal, just trying to get some value. And blue says okay. We rob from orange. And we roll another 7. And now we block the 5. And this time we steal from blue. And they say invalid now. I guess there, I honestly probably should have stolen from red. But blue has a dev, you know. They could be scary here. We get our brick port, and our setup is absolutely cooking. And here, you know, it's like, do you drop the road? And I think you could just drop the road to the 6, but who knows? I might want to port this to brick for something, right? And yes, I know, like, the 10 puts us over, and the 9 puts us over, and if we drop the road, it doesn't. But I'm kind of thinking that I kind of just want to buy devs here, and I'm probably going to want to port that brick. So we just pass our turn. Another 8 rolls, which we really don't like to see. Blue uses a knight. And they rob us. Another 11 for red. Huge 11. And this 11's been coming in big. But we roll a massive 9 again. And, you know, this 9 is just absolutely kicking for us. It gave us the city earlier, and it just keeps giving us cards. You know, orange is offering this trade 2 wheat and a brick for a wood sheep. And seems like a pretty good trade for me. Gives me the wheat, which I don't have. And now I have 2 free cards of any kind that I want. So I get a massive trade-off with orange here. Even though it gives orange the settle, we're just ahead here, you know? And so I'm trading, I'm ahead. It's worth it to trade when you're ahead, guys, because you're closer to winning. So you're accelerating their games, but you're also accelerating your own game. And it's a big risk here going over again with that trade. But, you know, this is a really big hand for us. And what would you do here? You know, would you try to save for the city? Would you try to trade? I just decide here, I'm going to pop twice. I'm at 5 points. I don't really know what I need, but I think I can probably outproduce orange for army here. And even if I don't get army, I'm going to get some good dev cards along the way. You know, a couple VPs puts me close to winning if I can, like, city again. So, you know, all the devs are good here. We buy a dev, we get a knight. All right, so we got 2 knights. We buy another dev, and we get a yop. So it's a little mixed, but hey, this yop can help us city or road settle. It's yops are okay. Red's been disconnecting and reconnecting all game, and on their turn, they roll a huge 7, and blue has to discard a massive amount of cards. They go to the 10, and, you know, we're on 0 cards, so we don't get robbed here. Blue rolls a 12, giving us a massive ore on that 12. Big. The Catan gods, they smile upon me. Big 6 for red. And another 4. I use my knight, and I unblock. And I didn't use my knight there because I was thinking, well, like, maybe if a 5 rolls, I want to, like, just city again. But it's kind of a weird move. I think you could have just unblocked with the knight there. The 10 is a big roll for us, but I was thinking that the yacht might be useful on the 5 or on another 9. But we block the 5 and we steal, and we just pass here. There's not much we can do. A 5 though, and now we've got the city in hand with the yacht, so it's pretty good. Or we can hit a 10 and triple dev here. It's a lot of good stuff. And red drops their road and buys a dev. A 6 rolls on blue's turn, and they drop their road and settle. And they're on 7 here, and you know, like, you can't sleep on blue, even though red's probably gonna take road back. It's like, when's it gonna happen, right? And on orange's turn, they take army, and I'm like, well, shucks, like, what am I gonna do, you know? Like, might be tough to get army here. And they're robbing us again. I was like, ugh, it's brutal. They get, red gets a 4, giving everyone sheep. On our turn, we roll a huge 9. And what would you do with this hand here, guys? So, kind of like, as I said before, I was now thinking, well, like, what are the chances that orange has another knight? I think, you know, earlier maybe they had been blocked and had not played this, but I'm thinking here, I have a ton of production. I think I can probably catch orange for army. So I pop, and I get a mono here. And now I'm thinking, well, with this mono, do I really want to keep going for army? I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, so I pop again just to see what the dev card is. We get a road builder here, and you know, this is a really weird set of cards to get. Like, I was kind of looking for knights here, and I was thinking, well, like, my 10 is blocked, like, I actually really do need a knight. So I decide to use this Year of Plenty now just to cycle and buy another dev. And this time we get a VP. So it's kind of awkward, guys. You know, this mono is good. I can use it to build a city and maybe buy some devs. This road builder, like, always gives me a point, basically, when I can cobble together a settle, usually with the 10. But not having a knight here is kind of tough. So it could be anyone's game at this point. And, you know, honestly, red and blue are looking kind of scary. And this turn, red takes road. And they're on 7 points with a down dev. Blue rolls a massive 5 and buys a dev. Orange rolls a 7, and I'm like, thank God it's off my 10. And they hit red. They're trying to trade for an ore, but no one's giving it. On our turn, we get another huge 11 for red, and I just think I'm just going to rip this mono now. I am not going to wait. I need to get army. I need to city. I need to do stuff, and I can't afford red having all of that wheat there. And you see, like, we just monoed half of red's hand. That's really big when red is our clear competitor to win. And here I can just take my city, and I still have 2 wheat left in my hand. And look at my rolls, guys. Like, the 9 is 2 free cards. The 6 is a free card. The 10 is a huge roll. Everything is big for us here. And, you know, even if we don't catch army, if we can get a couple VPs, this road builder is going to give us a point. We're already getting close. Red uses a knight. And they rob us, and we lose one of our wheats. Ugh, so tough. Rolls an 8, which doesn't help us at all. And red buys a dev. Okay, a 9, but the brick was blocked. Blue uses a knight. Hits the 5. And they rob red, so we're not getting robbed here. And they buy another dev. Red says black is winning. Orange rolls a 7. I say question mark. You're winning, Lamau. You're winning. It's not me, it's you. You're it. Red says you're gonna get army, but they get stolen from anyway. And, you know, orange is trying to trade brick for wheat, but I'm not giving away my wheat. And on our turn, deliverance. A huge 10 here. Massive. So, you know, you could, like, use the road builder to just go settle here. But I don't want to, like, tip my hand. I think I just want to get some devs here. You know, like, if I get a knight, I'm just one knight away from taking army. And I don't know if, you know, orange is going to be able to cobble together another dev. They might be trying to city. So we buy a dev here. And we get another VP. We didn't get any knights this game. No knights at all. So we pass. 6 rolls, but it's blocked. Huge 9. All right, so that's 2 free cards. They say GG black. And blue buys a dev by porting away 3 roads here. Brutal. We roll another 9 on orange's turn. Massive. Orange is trying to trade, but at this point, it's too late. None of these trades really help us anyway, and they just end up buying a dev. Another 6 gets blocked. What would you do here? You know, we could pop like 3 times here with this hand. But I just decide there's no reason to like take the gamble that I'm gonna get the VPs, right? If I just city here, basically most rolls give me what I need to play the road builder and get my last point with a settle. So I just city, and you know, I'm just 1 card off. So a 9 wins, a 10 wins. I think even a 5 is close with or 2 5s wins. Any of our rolls win, basically, at this point. We're just biding our time, holding our breath. 7 rolls, and unfortunately we get robbed. But on blue's turn, they roll a 7, and they rob from us again, and they get the wheat this time. And, oh, man, that sucks. But, you know, hey, a 9 still wins, and there it is. There it is, ladies and gents. Orange ports down, buys a dev, and we're in there, baby. I say GG's, played the road builder, and that's how you do it, ladies and gents. And we go, I think, from about like 40th place here to around like 23rd or something in the world. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And that's how you do it when you don't get army. And, you know, some people would say, like, pulling that mono as early as I did was a waste, but I just, like, stayed ahead the whole game. No one else was, like, really even close to winning. And we barely got robbed, right? I just stayed quiet in the chat and had huge production, and the nines came in for us. And that's how you do it, guys. GG's. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in this next clip here.